Welcome back to Josiah Plays Deus Ex Human Revolution. Going after Isaiah Sandoval. He's through here somewhere. Quick save. Oh, cutscene time.
I urge every member of my staff, every man and woman dedicated to the true mission of the Humanity Front, to do the same. Isaiah, if you're watching this, I beg you, do not allow misplaced anger to destroy everything we have struggled to achieve.
It's over. He knows I can't come back from that.
Everybody knows, Sandoval. You can't hide from what you've done.
What I've done, Mr. Jensen. I spent years patching people back together from augmentation botch jobs and systemic organ rejection brought on by implants. And now, because of Bill's betrayal, I'll never practice medicine again.
Bill's
You
betrayal?
really want to help someone? Tell me where Sarif's scientists are.
I wish I could, Mr. Jensen. But my involvement ended right after I failed to remove their GPLs.
You failed?
Turns out, my surgical skills weren't good enough to bypass David Sarif's insurance policy. So for all I know, those little implants are broadcasting right now. On a frequency so low your network specialist wouldn't think to look for it.
You changed the frequencies.
Don't do it! Don't you do it!
You have your answers, Mr. Jensen. And I've lost all of mine. The courts may think I have much to atone for, but my court will be a higher one.
Oh, he's gonna kill himself? Can I talk him out of it, or is it pretty much just... Oh, yeah, we're on persuasion
How about
mode.
I take that gun with me when I go?
You got everything you came for. Please, just leave.
Believe it or not, I'd rather you didn't kill yourself.
That's because you have no idea what tortures I've endured. The guilt, the shame. I was told the scientists would be used to find a peaceful solution to the augmentation crisis. Instead, I was involved in kidnapping and murder. My life ended that night. It's time for me to go.
Think about it. Are you really in such a hurry to face that higher court of yours?
At least there are no lies before God. Did you see that abominable press conference? William Taggart all but accused me of terrorism. He claimed that all the violence committed in the name of our cause was the result of my influence.
So stay alive long enough to tell him your side of the story.
He already knows it isn't true. I trusted that man. For years I gave him loyal service, and he betrayed me. He sacrificed my freedom and good name to save the reputation of his organization. It's no use fighting him. He'll just spin it again. At least if I die, he'll never be able to use me again.
So it's just like I thought. Taggart did know about everything, was behind it, and he just literally turned on Dr. Sandoval and threw him under the bus and gave him up to me in hopes that Sandoval would take all the blame and all the fall, and he would come out squeaky clean. But that's not how it's going to go down. So here he is. He's desperate. He wants to kill himself. I have the opportunity to talk him out of it using the awesome little persuasion system here. So,
Give it up, Mr. Jensen.
he's irrational, he's insecure, and he's apathetic. He desperately needs someone who can unearth the good in him, can easily fall into a gloom state from which he needs to be elevated, tends to rationalize events so he doesn't have to deal with them. Forcing him to get through is the only answer. So, unearth the good, needs to be elevated. Need to get him out of his rationalizations. I can inspire him. I can empathize.
Just leave, so I can do what I have to.
Nope. I can empathize with him. I can use tough love. Let's go with tough love.
So that's your plan? Just lay down and die so you can't be used again? That's bullshit. You need to face what's coming. There's a very thin line between martyr and victim, Sandoval. And if you pull the trigger, you won't be remembered as either.
You certainly like taking chances, Mr. Jensen. But your point has merit. Maybe I did give up too easily. I made it my life's work to try and help people. But Humanity Front was losing people to the so-called enhancement industry every day. Those scientists were my last chance to stop the insanity, and I failed. If anything, my actions helped the pro-augmentation camp.
Yeah, thanks. Alright, so I've got him at a high level of persuasion now. I could use the pheromones, or I could keep going. Let's inspire him now.
You've got to be kidding me. You can do anything you put your mind to. You've earned yourself a doctorate. You became second in command to one of the most powerful men in the country. And you still kept trying harder. You've got more spirit than most people who think they're successful.
Aren't you listening? My spirit isn't the problem. It's the choices I've made that got us here. I've been involved in the killing of innocent people.
Uh-oh.
A mass murder. I'm not a fit husband for my wife. And she knows I've been hiding something shameful. Losing her would destroy me. That is, if I were enough of a man to face it.
So persuasion level went down. I'm gonna try inspiring again, though.
Give it up, Mr. Jensen.
You think you're a failure, but you're not. You're just a man who doesn't understand his own potential yet. You can still channel your regrets into something positive. Be an example. Teach people why violence isn't the answer. You've suffered way too much to let all that experience go to waste.
I don't understand.
That
We're
worked.
enemies, but you want me to live. I deserve to die. In fact, I welcome it. But you won't let me go that easily. You've assigned me a task I cannot refuse.
Nice.
Take the gun. You win.
Pritchard,
Awesome.
get this. The GPLs are still transmitting. Sandoval switched them to a lower frequency.
But they could be broadcasting anywhere in the world. I don't have the type of equipment we'll need to find them.
It's our only lead, Pritchard. You have to do something.
I know. Listen, the riot's still blocking the street entrance. Head back to your apartment and Malik will fly you over. Maybe by the time you get here, I'll have figured out something.
Okay, back to Seraph. So nice, did good there. Talked him out of killing himself. I also got the Smooth Operator Ghost and Silver Tongue bonuses for that mission, so that was a fat chunk of XP. Not quite enough for another Praxis, but that's fine. So we confronted him. Now I need to meet Malik on the roof of my apartment building. Turns out Sandoval didn't remove Megan's GPL implant. He switched it to a lower frequency. I may be able to find her if I get to HQ, but rioters are still blocking the street entrance. Good thing Malik can fly me over, provided I meet her on the Chiron building's helipad. Fantastic. I could take his revolver now.
This company prides itself on maintaining
Good
a safe
stuff.
environment. Ethical approach to research at all times. We invite critics and members of the UN to tour our facilities firsthand. They will find
Turn that off. I don't want to listen to Zhao Yunru's lies and Picus's lies.
You don't need to babysit me, Mr. Jensen. I have no intention of killing myself anymore. Nor will I resist arrest when the police arrive. I assume your people have already contacted them?
If they haven't yet, they will be soon.
Then go. Use the information I gave you to track down your scientists. With any luck, they will still be alive.
The men who kidnapped them, the soldiers.
I don't know who they were. Only last names. Barrett and Namir. I sensed they were highly trained professionals.
Working for who?
I didn't ask. My brother, Ezekiel, put them in touch with me.
Your brother. Not Taggart?
Bill wouldn't be so stupid as to get his own hands dirty. I see that now. He's like Teflon. Nothing ever sticks.
Slippery bastard. So Namir is the name of the other guy, who was apparently the leader of the three mercs. So now I know. Because I took out Yelena, Fedorova, and Barrett. The other guy is apparently Namir. Interesting. Interesting.
If I knew anything more, I would tell you. But the men who kidnapped your people made sure my knowledge of their plans was minimal. You don't need to wait with me, Mr. Jensen. I will not resist my fate when it arrives. Just go and find your people. With any luck, the GPL implants will still be active. Just go and find your people.
So we have,
with any luck, the GPL implants
a couple of ebooks here. We have a bunch of CyberAug stuff. Just a bunch of stuff here in general. Another ebook. Wow. Hey, here's... Oh, this is where the plan for the attack on our base must have taken place and everything. So this really is like the secret lair of... some crates. I'm really not certain what the purpose of movable crates in this room is. That wasn't really going to turn into a firefight, was it? With that guy? I don't know, maybe so. Cyber limbs and stuff. Danger, hazardous voltage inside. Okay, so I have 3 ebooks to read in this room. In addition to that, just gonna look at this map for a second. So this was our place, huh? Or this was the first place I went to where I first met Zeke Sanders, where they killed the hostages and stuff, right? Right. The facility. Okay. 3 ebooks. And then I go back out of here and go out to meet Malik. Picus TV. Fuck, Picus. Meet Malik on the roof of my building. Alright, so let's read this one. Worth 200, it's a scholar one, awesome. Dermal modification processes, which is something I just got. Darrow Industries Developmental Study, 2019. The approach that Tai Yong Medical, Isolay, and all the others are using is crude and unsophisticated. What we're discussing here is a method by which the skin of a human being can be altered to resemble organic body armor. That's not to say like the hide of a rhinoceros, despite whatever the advertising campaigns might say. The process is simple in logistical terms, although to the implantee it's lengthy and I would warrant quite painful. But in the end, no more demanding than the work of a cosmetic surgeon upon a vain patient craving good looks. A mesh of thin layered material is implanted directly below the epidermis. The armor per se is covered in a G-loop coating that bonds directly to tissue without rejection. And once the skin is allowed to heal, it becomes a seamless part of the body. Under point of impact, the implantee's skin will still break and suffer bleeding and lesions, but the new armor layer beneath, a sandwich of carbon nanotubes floating in a sheer thickening gel, will absorb most of the impact, preventing, as it were, all but the most terminal penetration trauma. Okay, nice. Awesome. Sounds like some exciting science. That could be really a helpful thing for military personnel or police. And okay, so there's 2 more ebooks, which we will read in the next video. That's all the time we have for this one. So thanks for watching. Josiah plays Deus Ex Human Revolution. I'll see you next time.